Hello everyone, welcome to Ichua Experience Officer. Today we're in LA, California to check out all the latest trends at Mercedes with their Tech Day. I'd say let's go. And if you want to see more overseas car videos, then check out Ichua app. First up is the Vision EQXX, a fully electric prototype car set to drive more than 1,000 kilometers on one charge. To achieve such high ranges with an electric car, you of course need to have a low air resistance, and that car has a drag coefficient of 0.17, which is even better than the 0.2 they expected when they started developing the car. I mean, I think it will be able to do 1,000 kilometers. Right now it did not yet do it, but in April Mercedes said they will take the car for a trip 1,000 kilometers and then they will prove the car can do it. There are of course quite a lot of things you need to take into account when building a car with such low air resistance. One thing is the rims right here, they have no opening so the air can flow freely, and the other thing is, for example, those tires. They have a very low rolling resistance and that way you will also have lower consumption. Down here you have the battery of the EQXX. Now you would expect Mercedes to put in a bigger battery to achieve that 1,000 kilometers, but they didn't. The battery itself has around 100 kilowatt hours of energy, and despite that it is 30% lighter than the batteries you have in nowadays cars and even 50% smaller. They achieved this by working together with the guys over from Formula E, and they expect such types of batteries to come into series cars by 2024-2025.
It's a good point. It's not only a show car. So what we're showing here is something that we're going to see in series production in about 2 to 3 years from now. So in the next generation, for example, of compact cars, we're going to see exactly this battery and this e-drive motor, so in real series production.
More important factor for the range is of course the consumption, and Mercedes managed to bring it down to below 10 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and that's a very good figure if you consider that the average electric car is somewhere around 15-20 kilowatt hours. 10 kilowatt hours. That's really good. I mean, what can you do with 10 kilowatt hours? For example, you could have your dry tumbler go for 3 hours, or have 3 minutes of light in a football stadium, or you could watch 100 hours on your 50-inch LED TV at home. The question is, will such new technologies like the battery be more expensive?
No, as we're starting with compact cars, you can imagine it has to fit to the budget of a buyer of a compact car of Mercedes-Benz. And by shrinking the battery, we're gaining also a benefit. So the battery is smaller because it's more efficient, so we need less battery size, and that's a benefit for customer and of course for the company. So it's a win-win situation to work on efficiency and making batteries smaller.
It's a little sad I cannot look into the car because, as you can tell, the windows are very dark and I cannot open it, but I can show it to you guys because there are pictures of it and you will be blown away.
So we see a huge screen here, 48-inch screen, seamless screen. It's not pieces of screens, it's one seamless screen from pillar to pillar, even loaded with a game engine, which we know out of the gaming industry, which is now implemented, for example, here in navigation, which will lead to a whole new experience world of a driver and a consumer in the future here. So a new feature and service to our customers and consumers via this technology.
My time with the EQXX is over and I really like the car. It's cool that Mercedes does such projects because the technology that they develop will then someday come into series production cars, and that way everyone will profit from it. And now I'm really excited to see if the car will actually be able to go 1,000 kilometers in April. Next up, we get to go on a ride along in the new Mercedes EQE. with me is Holger. Holger, maybe you'd introduce yourself to your viewers.
Yeah, hello, my name is Holger Hensmann. I'm the technical project manager for the EVA 2 platform, and today we'll show you the EQE, our second vehicle on the EVA 2 platform for Mercedes-Benz.
Holger will be driving, I'm on the passenger seat, and I'd say, let's go.
Let's go.
The EVA2 platform, short for Electric Vehicle Architecture 2, is a modular platform consequently tailored to the electric drivetrain, enabling different vehicle variants, no matter if it's sedans, compact cars or SUVs. The first car on that platform was the electric S-Class alternative EQS Mercedes launched back in 2021.
So what are we talking about? What kind of power outputs do we have in that car?
We are here right now on the 350 Plus, the EQE 350 Plus. It got 215 kilowatts and 530 Newton meters, and we use a 10 module battery for that one with 90.6 kilowatt hours. That's good for up to 660 kilometers according to WLTP.
Visually, it's undeniable the EQE is a smaller version of the EQS. The roundish front might not be the most beautiful one out there, but it definitely provides a good drag coefficient, thus lowering consumption and increasing the range. The interior optionally features the so-called hyperscreen known from the EQS.
So it's our new MBUX system that we also incorporated or introduced with the EQS. So we've got 3 screens and a layer of glass of 1.41 meters size. So we've got a passenger display, we can activate that one. We've got the center display and the instrument cluster. And yeah, we call it the zero layer concept. So you don't have to leave the navigation screen. You see always the navigation, and then you can switch for your phones, for instance, or go with those modules.
An artificial intelligence will help the system to determine the optimal layout for the driver's personal need.
That screen, as far as I heard, the passenger is able to watch videos?
Yeah, that's new and we are quite proud of. We introduced a feature that also active content now it's possible on the passenger screen. As we have got a video right here, you can watch YouTube videos or stream content or videos from a media system. And because it's not legally allowed to have dynamic contact while driving, we introduced the anti-driver distraction feature. We've got a stereo camera right here in front of the driver, and that stereo camera indicates if the driver is looking outside on this screen or at the mirror, and only if he look at the screen itself, then it's faded out. Yeah.
The Hyperscreen is of course optional. The base version will feature a standard 12.9-inch touchscreen and no passenger display.
Maybe we can quickly talk about different drive modes. I heard there are different kinds of sounds that you can make the vehicle sound different.
Yeah. As long as the silent drive is an advantage of an EV, a lot of customers requested to have some emotion sounds within the vehicle, and therefore we incorporated some different sound files or sound worlds, sound experiences. So we've got the Silver Wave is it's acoustic greeting and engine sound in a very slight way. We've got Vivid Flux, it's a more technology sound, so we also hear some sounds if you open up the car, if you close the car, if you start charging, for instance, and also while driving, if you accelerate, decelerate, different sounds will be played. And we've got with Roaring Pulse, so quite expressive sound world. We're here a little bit more. Also, if you go in sport, then the sound is much more present, and brings some emotion to the drive, much more, or some more emotion to the drive.
Yeah, I mean, because the acceleration obviously is always very good with electric cars, so people, yeah. Yeah, that sounds, reminds me a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a lion roaring somewhere in the distance.
So it's a roaring pulse sound.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely tell where this name comes from.
To sum it up, I really enjoyed the ride comfort and the silent interior. The hyperscreen, even though it's basically just 3 single screens, is highly functional and good looking. Regarding steering and acceleration, we will have to wait until I get to drive the car myself. The prices will start at roughly 70,000 euros in Germany, which is around 20,000 euros more than an E-Class. Not exactly a bargain.
Right here behind me you can see the new S-Class, and in that one we're going to experience level 3 autonomous driving today. Michael Feldman is already sitting inside waiting for me, and I'll say, let's go.
My name is Michael. I'm a developer at Mercedes-Benz, and yeah, today I want to show you our Drive Pilot in the new S-Class.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that one. First of all, autonomous driving. There are different levels. Maybe you can give us a quick insight of which level there are.
Sure. Right now we're sitting in a vehicle that is capable of driving level 3, but as you might already know, we have level 2 systems for a long time now. So level 2 system at Mercedes would be, for example, the Distronic, keeping the distance to the vehicle in front of you, driving at a speed you're setting, and also capable of keeping the vehicle within the lane. But a level 2 system always has the driver in responsibility. The new thing is for level 3 system that we have the responsibility switching from driver to system. And as a first step, we at Mercedes do that with our Drive Pilot on highways with a system that is working up to around 40 miles per hour.
To make autonomous driving possible, Mercedes uses a variety of different sensors, ranging from laser-based LiDAR over electromagnetic wave radar to optical image capturing with a camera. All of the signals are processed by a high-performance system within a fraction of a second. In case any part has a failure and the driver does not take over the steering again, the car will automatically perform a safe stop and alert the emergencies.
We are now at kind of the limit. We're exactly at 40 miles per hour, and I switch it on with one press on that button on the steering wheel. I have to agree, and now we are going in Drive Pilot mode. And this is right, kind of the speed where we cannot go faster with that system. And as you can see, our lead vehicle is still visible, and now we get a new lead vehicle. They are driving around us a little bit because we are not as quick as the other ones. So right now I don't have to do anything. I'm just here as the, let's call me, safety driver for now. And the system can handle cut-ins, as you also can see on the display.
In Germany, the system is already street legal and will be available this year. In the US, Mercedes is still working on the authorization.